Everyone, my name is Srini. I work out of North America. I handle the US business for the company. I'll take a few minutes to try and share with you how we've been growing in the US and our future plans in the US, right? So US, if you fundamentally look at it from a module capacity, right, and if you compare it with other countries in the world in terms of just the solar installations year on year, it's amongst the top 3 countries in terms of growth, right? So it's growing very well in terms of module installations. But on the flip side of it is the cells that are required to make a module. US really doesn't have the capacities locally within their domestic base, right? So for an annual 40 gigawatts of module capacities, their cell capacities are just about 5 to 7 gigawatts. So you see the strategic gap there, and that's exactly how we entered the market in the US. We said, hey, we look back upon our 30 years, 29 years of expertise and say, we've been backward integrating, we've been solar cell technology experts for about 11 plus years now. So that's exactly what we took to the US. And in our few years of operation, like Chiranjeev mentioned, we are the leading Indian cell suppliers into the US market, right? Specific to this growth plan, we would like to take this story forward and we want to double down on this opportunity. So what we're doing is to set up a local cell manufacturing plant in the US, but do it as a joint venture, right? And whom we are doing it is really the crux of the story. We've tied up with this joint venture with a local True Blue US brand of module manufacturers. So these people, this company is Alien USA. They are based out of Minnesota in the US. They've been running plants in US and Canada for close to 2+ decades now, right? So as part of this joint venture to establish the local plant, Premier, me, Chiranjeev and the team at Premier, we bring in the cell technology, our operational expertise, our years of experience of setting up and running a cell plant, while our partner in this case would, with their experience of running a plant in the US will help us with the ground connections, utility connections, running the manpower resourcing and hence and so forth. So that's really the plan in the US. I'll pass it back to you, Chiranjeev, and happy to take questions later on.
What you see here is the various steps in the value chain. We are already in operational maintenance, EPC, module and cells. We do intend getting into ingot and wafer. So it shows and demonstrates the presence which we have in the various steps along the value chain. This is a slide which shows all our manufacturing facilities in Hyderabad, the different units which we have. The unit 6 is what is proposed, a greenfield project which will come up on 75-acre land parcel services from the IPO proceeds. We have been almost doubling our capacity. The blue color unit 3 which you see on the screen, 1250 megawatt, and unit 4, 1600 megawatt. This was commissioned between October to December 23. So this demonstrates that we have more than doubled our capacity in the last 9 months, and this also demonstrates in our revenue because capacity has gone up in the manufacturing side. So you've got a diversified customer base and very strong customer relationships, given the fact that we are in this business for 29 years now, close to 3 decades. We have large customers, PSUs like NTPC. On the independent power producer space, we work with IPPs like Continuum, Blue Pine, Green Infra, which is Semcorp, which is a Singapore-based entity. We work with IANA, which is British International Investment backed. Blue Pine, of course, is Actis backed. And then we also one of our large customers for supplying of solar cells is Tata Power. We supply solar cells to them, and then also supply modules to Shakti pumps for the Kusum program, which is operational in the Indian solar space side. On the order book, we've got a very robust order book. The order book is 5,926 crores of order book as of 31st July 2024. The cycle of this order book is about 18 months that we need to execute. Talking about our revenue, as you can see on the screen, FY25 Q1, 3 months we have had a very strong, robust growth. 1,657 crores was the revenue compared to 3,144 crores whole of last year. We've got 117 customers domestically and 3 customers who are significant internationally, of course, other than many other small customers. That's how the senior management team looks like. We got Mr. N.K. Khandelwal, who's our Group Chief Financial Officer. N.K. Khandelwal is a chartered accountant for 30 years, and prior to joining us for several years, he was the CFO at another listed entity called PT Engineering. We got Srini Anappa, who just spoke before me. Srini, apart from being part of the shareholder in the company, he's earlier been with as a director in Tim Hortons in Canada. Prior to that, he was the Chief Marketing Officer of Burger King, and now Srini drives growth in the US market for us. We got Mr. Sudhir Mula, who's our Chief Strategy Officer. Sudhir comes with several years of experience working with PwC in the US. Sudhir drives strategy in the company, all expansions and technology decisions, and he's also responsible for the EPC business. We got Mr. Ravilal Srinivasa Rao, who's our Vice President, Legal and Compliance Officer. Srinivas, prior to joining us, was with Greenco. We got Mr. Chandramani Kumar, who's our Chief Production Officer. He comes with a very vast 24 years of experience in solar cell and module manufacturing, 20 years with Tata's in Bangalore prior to joining us. So that's how the senior management team looks like. The board of directors, we got Mr. Surendra Pal Singh, who's the chairman, who founded the company in 1995, me as the managing director. We got Revati Rohini Murugaga, who's an executive director. Revati ma'am retired as additional commissioner GST Telangana government. She was also the head of the enforcement division in the GST department, a very upright and well-known officer in the democracy circle. She joined us 6 years ago. She is responsible for governance and government licensing in the company. We got Abhishek Luker, who's a nominee director from GEF side, that is the private equity fund which invested in us. And on independent director side, we got Uday Sudhir Pinani, who has interests in palm oil cultivation in Africa and hotels in London. We got Raghunathan Kannan, who was on the board of Aurobindo Pharmaceuticals for 15 years. He retired by rotation and now he's on our board as an independent director. We got Mr. Jasbir Singh Gujral, who's the promoter of SGS Cinema, again a listed entity. He's on the board as an independent director. And we got Priyanka Gulati as a lady independent director on board. She is head HR, Grant Thornton, Delhi. So a little bit on certifications, ESG and awards. Of course, we have got some great awards. The one which I already spoke about is the PV Evolution Laptop Performer. In 2024, we have got leading RE manufacturers, renewable energy, India award. On the ESG side, the fund which invested in Premier GGF Capital was an ESG focused fund. And once they invested in us, there's been a very clear focus over the last 3.5 years towards ESG. We take pride that we are the only solar cell and module manufacturer in India which is LEED Gold certified by US Green Building Council. We are very careful and very conscious about sustainability. We recycle 100% of our water and reuse 91% of water which is used in our plant. What is let out is sludge which goes into the cement industry and it is recycled, so we are zero waste in terms of hazardous chemicals or gases. We are proud to be a great place to work certified thrice in a row, and we also have a very unique ESOP program which we started in 2021 where 191 employees of the company are shareholders out of 1,400 employees which are on roll. So we believe in sharing wealth with our employees, our stakeholders who are our partners, and we plan to continue to do so. That's on the financial numbers. So Q1 of this year, that's 3 months ending FY25, we have done a 1,657 crore of revenue, which is a 120% increase year on year when you compare with FY23, and 105% of CAGR. On EBITDA side, we have 369 crores of EBITDA, which is 22%, and 11.87% of PAT margin. The PAT is about 198 crores. So this has only been possible because we have doubled our capacity of manufacturing lines in October to December last year, and because of the capacity doubling, lines getting operational, revenue has gone up, and the numbers are much better because of this capacity. On debt to equity, we are at 1.43x. On ROCE, it is 25% and ROE is 43.73. Yeah, I'm done with my presentation and we are open to questions. Yeah.